Officer John had just left his house when he got a call to investigate an abandoned trailer on the outskirts of town. He had never been there before, but he knew that area was known to be dangerous, so he prepared for the worst. Welcome to our channel. For more touching stories, subscribe to the channel. Upon arriving at the scene, the officer found the trailer covered in dirt and clear signs of abandonment. What he didn't expect was to find a hungry boy sitting outside, looking at him with sad and hungry eyes. The boy looked to be about 7 years old and was dressed in torn and dirty clothes. The policeman was shocked by the scene. He approached the boy carefully and asked his name. The boy replied that his name was Jimmy and said that he had been alone for days without any food or water. The officer then noticed that Jimmy was very thin and dehydrated. The policeman immediately called emergency services and asked for an ambulance. But as he entered the trailer to look for more clues about the boy, the officer discovered something even more shocking. Inside the trailer, there were other children, all apparently abandoned and left behind. Some of them were as sick and dehydrated as Jimmy. There were 5 children in total, all between the ages of 4 and 7. The policeman didn't know what to do. He couldn't believe anyone was capable of abandoning children like that. But with the help of the ambulance, he was able to get the children to the hospital, where they received proper medical treatment. Further investigations revealed that the children were victims of abuse and neglect by their parents, who had abandoned the trailer and left them behind. Officer John couldn't believe that anyone could be so cruel and inhumane. The children's parents were arrested and faced multiple criminal charges. The children were taken to a children's shelter, where they finally received love, care and attention. Officer John visited the children several times in the hospital and became their friend. The case shocked the city and raised important questions about the safety and well-being of children. But for Officer John, the most important thing was that the children were safe and getting the care they deserved. He prided himself on being able to help save the lives of Jimmy and all the other abandoned children in the trailer. The children spent months recovering in the hospital and children's shelter, receiving appropriate medical and psychological treatment to help them overcome the trauma of the abuse and neglect they suffered. Thanks to the hard work of a team of social workers and therapists, the children slowly began to recover, learning to trust adults again and to feel safe. Officer John, who had become a father figure to the children, continued to visit them regularly at the shelter, bringing them gifts, toys and books to help them get distracted and feel loved. He became a local hero, admired by many for his work in helping to save the lives of abandoned children. The case had a happy ending, but left an indelible mark on the lives of everyone involved. The children would have to deal with the aftermath of the abuse for the rest of their lives, while the parents would face years in prison for their cruel actions. Officer John, for his part, would continue to do his job with dedication, knowing that the next call he received could be as shocking as the one that led him to discover the starving boy living in the trailer.